and Billy's website as well as his YouTube channel.
That's good, isn't it, Danny?
Very good.
Nice and sweet. 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. You go down to the Blitz's Market, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine.
Can't beat it.
Now, got a great show lined up today. We're going to talk a little Phillies baseball because you and I were texting back and forth last night about the Phillies. And you said you can't go through another – you're emotionally drained.
Yeah.
You can't go through another loss. And lo and behold, the Phillies come out and put together a nice game.
Finally.
11-2. You know, I wish – like, it's either feast or famine with this team.
It's terrible.
They're hot and cold, right?
It's two polar opposites.
Why can't they get, like, instead of going like 11, going like, yes, the other day they lost what, 5? Would they lose 7-5, right? So they're 7-4. 7-4. Then they score 11 runs last night. I wish they could save some of that for like and get like average 5 a day.
I know, and it's ridiculous. It's and now with JT Realmuto's big night last night with the 7 RBIs and the 2 homers, he's sitting today.
Yeah, well,
I know they always sit him on every Sunday because they want to get him an end of the week break, and Garrett Stubbs gets one game a week.
But he's hot, and they need a hot bat.
But he's finally hot. He finally got his timing down, and now you're taking him out of rhythm and getting his timing off.
So Topper has been under criticism. He's been receiving criticism for the way he's been managing this year.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lose my patience with some of his decisions, too.
I've been, again, I'm never really a defender when it comes to a lot of these things. I'm more of just an apologist where I kind of play, devil's advocate a bit. Well, listen, he's got his flaws, but here's what he does good. If Rob Thompson thinks sitting JT Realmuto today is a good idea after what he saw last night, I really am going to start to have problems with this manager. I mean, listen, I get it. You want him to be ready for the postseason. You don't want to really, have him break down when it matters most, like we saw last year in the NLCS with all of our top hitters. But, I mean, the guy just had 7 RBIs last night, and he's swinging the best bat, or at least for last night, he was swinging the best bat in the lineup. His timing was
Trey Turner caught
point.
Fire last night. He was 3 for 5.
A lot of people contributed. Bryce Harper had a big RBI double. So, guys are getting off the schneid, but JT Realmuto.
Castellanos had another. Castellanos, since the All-Star break, he's been over 300.
Saw the stat last night. I think since like June 16th, he's batting 307, 8 homers. I mean, he's finally turning it around.
And his batting average is 251 combined for all the whole season, which from where he was hitting 194.
Yeah, it was
bad. In the beginning of the year.
He is completely – it's so weird with Nick
And he's played every single game this year.
You see this with him a lot, too. I mean, he started off last season bad, and even the season before, and then sometimes he'll get hot in the postseason. Last season, in the NLDS, he was a force to be reckoned with. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I mean, what was it, 3 or 4 home runs in 2 games?
Yeah, but then he dried up.
Of course, as the rest of the team did.
So, Danny, let me ask you. By the way, I'm thinking about Nicky because you know what he's doing right now. So he comes over to so we went to La Scala's. Let me finish my thought.
Okay, yeah, let's finish this story.
We go to La Scala's. We have a great time. Chris Borelli, the manager, they take care of us, and it's just tons of people there. Everybody's coming off the beach. A lot of beautiful people, right?
Yeah.
Band out back, but we're watching the games. After that, we take off. We go back to we head back to Ocean City, and Joe Randazzo says, "Come on over. I got some ghost peppers for you to put on my cheese." So we got cheesesteaks. Nicky Earnshaw,
Country Earnshaw.
Yeah, Country Earnshaw went to he made plans with Josh. They were going to go over to yesterday's.
Yeah.
So he comes home, we eat, we get something to eat, and then he goes back out. I stay home because I was shot. I was so tired.
Right.
Plus, I wanted to just relax. I had some.
Yeah.
I drank the 2 previous nights. I can't do that back to back anymore.
No.
So,
how were the ghost peppers though?
They were good.
Were you screaming for your life?
No, because I didn't put too many on.
Did Nick have any?
No,
I was going to say.
And then Nicky goes out with Josh, and I'm watching the Phillies game by myself. I pass out. I decide to go to sleep. I didn't even see Nicky come home. Hear him coming back in. He crashed at my house last night.
You don't know what time he got back?
I have no idea. Well, he told me he got back at, I think, 11:30, midnight, something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't even hear him walk in. I left the door open.
Yeah, sometimes you get the non-well-behaved Earnshaw, where he'll be back probably sometime around 2 or 3 a.m., which I've never experienced in person. But majority of the time, you get the well-behaved Earnshaw, where he's coming back at 11:30 or midnight.
So he's hanging out right now at my house, and he's going to the beach. Or he's going to listen to the show on the beach today. Okay. He's taking R&R day at the Schweiner house.
R&R at the Schweiner. What better resort than the Schweiner?
So I'll catch up with Nicky. We'll sit on the beach. If you want to come over, you're more than welcome to. We're all going to be on the beach. And we got a great show lined up today. So we're going to go on the mound as we do each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season. We go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Coming out of the bullpen for Tommy Green is former Phillies relief pitcher. He's a 2008 World Series champion, Scott Air. How about that?
Scott Ayer's always generous with his time, filling in when Tommy's not able to on these
Sundays.
Isn't
it perfect though? He comes out of the bullpen.
It is. He gives great insight. Right. I'm excited to talk to Scott. He's always a good, interview.
And then I want to give a shout out to Debbie Mavilla. You didn't show up that weekend.
Yeah,
you missed that weekend.
That was my worst.
It was going to be you and Nick. We're going to do push-ups against Debbie.
Yeah.
We think you just chickened out.
No.
That's what it was. You didn't want to be shown up by an older woman who's extremely hot, and she works out really hard.
But didn't I pay for it the next week?
You chickened out.
Didn't I pay for it the next week?
How'd you pay for it?
Remember you made me do push-ups here in studio?
But I think deep down inside you chickened out.
No, you set my over-under at 22 or 23, and I blew that out of the water. So
combined, Nick and I did, I think, 74. She did like 120, 125, 130. Well, anyway, Debbie won the 50-plus category in her weight, in her age of 50-plus. She won first place, and 35-plus, she was in fourth place. So congratulations to Debbie Mavilla.
Congratulations.
And
did not chicken out.
Local Gym and Fitness is where she works out.
Okay.
One of our advertisers, Pat Carr,
there you go.
down there. So congratulations to Debbie. We'll get her in. She won the battle for the belt. And I think she's got like a belt or something.
Next time we have her, maybe I can wake up and get to the studio.
Yeah, we'll see if you can beat her push up.
That was the worst. I'm telling you. We talked about it on the air the next week, man. That was probably the worst experience. You wake up and it's just pure panic. You break into a sweat. Oh, what have I done?
That's happened to me before.
Yeah,
all right.
It's the worst.
Hey, bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with the founder of ticksforgood.org, Tim Chu.
All right.
He's got the tickets to Taylor Swift on his website.
Those are hot commodity.
I bought over 400 tickets. Chances. My daughter wants to go.
Yeah, of course.
So Tim Chu's got tons of stuff on that website. You got to go to ticksforgood.org. You pick a charity, you donate to it, and you get chances to win great prizes. Tim will be on with us at 11:30. So we got a great show lined up today. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing in the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call at the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to welcome McCann Appraisers to our broadcast. He's a new sponsor for all your real estate appraisal needs. Call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate tax or financial planning, divorce or financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you today. Give them a call at 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll talk more Phillies baseball. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball.
Jordan Alvarez is got it with a three-run blast in the bottom of the ninth.
While the Houston Astros sit high atop the AL West, the Baltimore Orioles are fighting for the top of the AL East, and they go head-to-head at Camden Yards this weekend.
The Oriole fans know it. A massive shot.
The Astros at the Orioles. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern, with first pitch at 7 Eastern.
Listen to Sunday Night Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Krispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at Villa Fazzolari in Buena for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy, 97.3 ESPN, and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan, drinking his first squeeze 12-ounce liquid sunshine in a bottle from Blitz's right there. We're on StreamYard. We're on the X platform today. And we're also on my YouTube channel. Go to my website, thelockerroom.com. You can check us out there. And if you missed the show, I got the upload all the shows to my podcast.
Also watch it back on YouTube. It'll save it on YouTube after the stream.
All right, we'll get it. Second hour, we'll get into some Eagles stuff. Break down the Eagles, but I know couldn't even get a touchdown. I got all the stats right here. Not that they're anything because there's nobody that's playing. We talked about this a little bit. Let's talk about it real quick with you. Like, I wish we saw. Like, I saw Patrick Mahomes play a little bit in the preseason. I saw Carr.
Derek Carr.
I saw. I mean, I know Brock Purdy didn't play, but I've seen a couple others.
Trevor Lawrence play.
Joe Burrow play. Why can't I don't understand why can't the Eagles put the first unit in for at least 2 or 3 series? And people say, well, what's that going to do? What's that going to do? I don't think they're ready. You know what I mean? We're going to find out before the season. We're not going to find out before the season starts exactly what they look like.
Yeah, no, I definitely would appreciate it. They played at least one drive, 2 preseason games. That's too much to ask.
Is that too much to ask? We're so worried about these guys. You put them in bubble wrap. They can't play anybody.
I guess the whole thought process is, one, obviously, you're always concerned about injuries. You don't want to get anybody hurt. But 2, you have a weird schedule to start the year. You go to Brazil on a Friday, start the year against the Green Bay Packers.
Falcons.
Yeah, so it's not
at New Orleans and at Tampa Bay.
I don't know. I think we would find all these guys will drive and start offense one drive. We saw obviously start defense majority of the season. Cooper DeJean had his first game after yesterday, but I agree with you. I want to see Jalen Hurts and Kellen Moore's offense.
Yeah, I want to see. Look, they just acquired John. We talked about this yesterday. We think that Howie Roseman fleeced the Washington Commanders.
He shows up to these
It's
negotiations.
unbelievable.
Ski mask.
Don't you think, in the back of my mind, why did Washington get rid of him?
No, it's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird.
Apparently, there was some character problem. Obviously, Dan Quinn and the new ownership did not draft John Dodson. Dan Snyder regime.
They said that he wasn't maybe picking up the offense,
Which I would
or they're trying to make room for Ayuk to come in.
That's true as well. I mean,
Right?
Ayuk is still up in the air.
Well, one man's trash, another man's trash.
He's a good wide receiver, especially for what we're going to use him for. He's going to get
That's 7 touchdowns. He forced us last year.
Yeah, his best game of his career against us last year. He's going to get what, 3 or 4 targets a game. I'm not concerned about really why Washington gave him up. I think maybe he wasn't fit exactly what Jaden Daniels was trying to do. Although it's not a deep receiver field.
I am perplexed by the
After Terry McLaurin, you have our old friend Laminate, and then you have Luke McCaffrey. He's a rookie. He was the 4th or 5th round pick. He's not great. So it is a bit head scratching, but I'm not too concerned about it because, again, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And I've seen all I need to see on tape. And just look at the past 2 seasons. He's had 4 different quarterbacks, and he's been able to do what he can do.
Here's some stats.
4 touchdowns the first season, 7 last season.
He's played 551 snaps on the outside, as a wide receiver, and then 338 in the slot. All right, last year he had 7 touchdowns.
And that's with 4 quarterbacks.
That's a 4 quarterback.
I believe he started with Carson. In no particular order, he had Carson Wentz, Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett, and I'm blanking on the last one. But I mean, if none of those guys stand out to you, especially Carson Wentz at that point in his career. I'll have to think about that last.
When they came to Philadelphia,
Taylor Heineke.
Right,
Yeah, he's really lighting the world on fire now, right?
But they hang 30 on us last year.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, Sam Howell always had found a way to keep the Commanders in the game and put up big points on us.
Right, so we'll get into.
He was a big reason because he put up a big part of those points. I mean, he's a very flashy, speedy receiver, he's a good route runner, and the good thing is
he's a local kid.
Yeah,
he grew up in the area he grew up in Nazareth and played football in Nazareth.
Penn State. He wasn't an Eagles fan, but we'll just put that aside for now. I like the moves. Listen, I don't think he necessarily fleets the Commanders, but I think what the Commanders are trying to do, it doesn't really make much sense.
Also, the last couple of years, he was playing in Smith's Carey's football. So he knows the guys.
That's where he laid the groundwork.
Right.
Yeah, you might give my guy Howie Roseman a call. Howie Roseman.
All right, we'll get into on the other side. At the bottom of this hour, we'll go on the mound with Mark Tom Green, sponsored by Blitz Park in Ocean City. Coming out of the bullpen for Tommy Green, Scott Air. And I was very impressed last night with Ranger Suarez. He threw 72 pitches. He lowered his ERA to 2.82. And he looked good last night.
Even when he faced adversity, he got into trouble in the 5th.
The 5th, he had first and second on. They scored
let up
a run.
On him, and he was able to get out of it. A huge strikeout to end that inning, and he didn't fold under pressure, especially against a good Kansas City Royals lineup.
He got Bobby Witt Jr. out 2 times in a row.
Yes.
Witt took a collar last night.
Yep. I mean, 5 innings on your first start coming back from injury, especially with how his starts have been going as of late when he is healthy. Especially if 1 run ball, 6 strikeouts, it's all you can ask for from Ranger. It's a great sign. I just hope, Billy, I'm sitting here happy on a Sunday morning. They play at 2:10 today in Kansas City to wrap up the Royal Series.
You know what, Nick?
I hope they've turned the corner, though.
You know what Country Nick and I are going to be doing? I'm going to really make him laugh. I'm going to bring my radio down to the beach.
That's
and we're going to listen. We're going to sit on the beach and we're going to listen to the Phillies old school. Yeah.
No, I like that.
Come on, man. Come on down.
Screw the TV. Don't bring the laptop.
We're
no
iPad.
Listen to
Scott Fransky on a call.
Old school Scott Fransky, and I guess it'll
take
be
a
Kevin
dip.
Stocker.
Come back. Sit on your chair. Go back. Take another dip.
Take a dip. Come back. What happened with the Phils? Anything happened?
Right.
Oh wait, Kobe Allard let up a 4-run bomb. It's 5-1 Royals.
This team last night got lucky, though. I mean, do you see the ball that dropped between the 3 outfielders in was it the 5th inning? I guess it was. So they got lucky.
And then Bryson Stott hit the weird bounce that goes out of the infield. But they
over
needed
Massey's head.
Yes,
I felt bad for that kid because I like him. He's a spunky. I like Massey.
They just needed some bounces and some things to go their way. Every single bounce was going the other team's way.
You're too young for this, but every time I see the Phillies play the Royals, it reminds me of 1980.
Yeah,
we beat the Royals in the World Series.
Yeah, I know, but just too young for it. I can't really appreciate it. Yeah. Nah, I really wasn't a thought. I don't think my parents had met yet at that point.
You weren't even a thought of.
No.
You weren't even thought of. But you got to be lucky. You have to be lucky.
Yeah.
And, I mean, good. When you're good, you create your own luck.
Listen, they were hitting the ball hard. At the end of the day, they were hitting the ball hard. And did they get a few things to go their way? Sure. But they also didn't stop there. They put on, after that, they got to that 5-run mark after the JT 3-run bomb. They kept piling on.
I thought
it was nice to
looked
see.
good last night.
Yeah.
By the way, the umpires, I mean, they were missed the last couple of games. The umpires, I just, you know what, Danny, you brought up the fact that you want to see that. Did you send me a video of the
challenge system?
Of the challenge system, where they put their heads, the batter puts his head on his helmet.
If he doesn't like the strike call, or for that matter, I guess the catchers can do it for ball calls.
The clip you sent me, the ball was inside, high, low and inside.
And he knew it.
And it was way inside. The umpire called it a strike. He went to his head. He put his hand on his head. In 2 seconds, they came back.
Tapped his head with 2 seconds because they can see it on the computer upstairs, and all you have to do is relay it down. Yeah, that was a strike. Overturn it. That's it.
The umpiring is getting so bad. I mean, they're not just missing a little bit. They're missing a lot. I'm talking like 6-7 inches outside the plate.
Yeah, it's weird. And I wonder why they haven't implemented that challenge system into the majors yet, because it seems so foolproof. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer, and I think it eventually will. They might have to make a few tweaks to it to polish it for Major League Baseball. But listen, I think that's the option. I'm not a robo-ump guy, although I think that, obviously using that technology to your advantage with humans upstairs and relaying it down, that would be a good idea. But I'm not ready to go robo-umps quite yet. Just to, establish a system where the players can challenge stuff. I don't understand why these leagues are so scared to establish these challenge systems. You know how long it took to get the replay review?
Right.
They finally got it, and now it obviously works.
The Phillies are 75-54. And the Braves are 70-59. They're 5 games behind the Phillies. The Braves, we face the Braves 4 more times next week.
We may very well have a first-round wild card matchup with the Atlanta Braves.
I don't want to see that.
3-game series with the Braves.
They had 6 guys out of the lineup, and they still beat us.
3-game series with the Braves. They do not like, Billy.
It's 4 games. If
they face them in a wild card.
We have 4 games. It's next week against the Braves.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. If we face them first round of the postseason.
All right, on the other side, we're going to talk with Scott Air, get his thoughts on the Phillies. As we're dog days of summer are pretty much winding down. Then it gets into September where it's going to heat up.
Let me ask you this real quick, because you've already pushed the panic button. Where are you at right now
I'm
as
still
far
panicking.
as your temperature?
I'm still panicking.
So if they lose, let's say
they just don't look good. They don't look like they say they're having fun playing, but they don't look it.
No. I mean, even
like
Alec Boehm, the entire team's hitting yesterday, and the camera pans over to Bryce Harper with his arm around Alec Boehm in the dugout, and Boehm looked like he just, I don't know, saw a puppy die or something.
Although there was a shimmer of hope when you see Realmuto do what he did.
Yeah.
And Marsh has had a couple hits in the last
couple games.
Like I said, Castellanos is still on fire.
I'm here sitting happy on a Sunday morning after a huge Phillies win. But have they turned the corner?
No, I'm still panicking.
Should I put more hope and confidence into this team after last night to think that they have gotten out of it?
We'll talk to Scott Air and we'll find out. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office and Chris Mooney a call at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about Las Galas. We went there last night. I had the meatball trio, and then I had some shrimp cocktail. It was unbelievable. You got to get down to Las Galas Beach House in Brigantine. It opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Great food, great drinks, great vibe there. Get down to Las Galas. Go to LasGalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with Scott Air. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning. Those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Join Atlantic County Harley-Davidson on September 14th for a salute to the troops, where they honor our heroes. Celebrate with them as they pay tribute to our active and retired military service members and first responders. Let's show our appreciation for those who serve, keep us safe, and allow us to ride free. Enter for your chance to win a 2024 Road Glide Limited and other amazing prizes. See you at Atlantic County Harley-Davidson, September 14th. Atlantic County Harley-Davidson, where heroes ride. Go to acharley.com for details.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, producer Danny Ryan, and of course, we're talking Phillies baseball, and every Sunday throughout the baseball season, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green, sponsored by Blitz's Market in Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the Locker Room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Market in Ocean City. Dave and Joe New, Therese and Kenzie down there, the whole crew. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. And coming in from the bullpen in relief of Tommy Green, who's on vacation, the 2008 World Series champion relief pitcher, Scott Air. Good morning, Scott.
What's up, fellas? I hope my signal works. I'm house sitting for a friend of mine that I play golf with, and it's
kind of in the boonies a little bit.
Well, we tried to call you a few times. I started panicking, and then you text me like,
too.
yeah. Hey, Scott, man, how was your? You flew up here last weekend, right? Or was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, you were at the Darren Dalton. How was that?
It was awesome. I flew up for a Darren Dalton Foundation event for glioblastoma brain tumors, and they do Brett Dotto and the guys do a wonderful job in promoting and raising money for research. And it's an absolute pleasure. They actually made me – I didn't play with Darren. Obviously, he's a little older than me, but, going down to fantasy camp every year, I got to meet him a little bit, like 1 week at a time for, 6 or 7 years before he passed. And, dude, I'll tell you what, I don't know many people that know him. I mean, I know people that know him. Good Lord. The first time – I've told you before, Billy, the first time I met him, the man kissed me on both cheeks and said, "Hey, Scotty, how you doing?" And that's just how he was. And I've talked to Ricky Jordan and different guys, Wes Chamberlain, those guys that played with him. And, he was just an amazing teammate, an amazing person, a human being. And it's an honor. They made me an ambassador for the Darren Dalton Foundation. And it's just a total honor. I don't think about when you're a kid. I don't think you think about when you're a kid, I should say, of being an ambassador to something or this and that.
Right.
At least I didn't anyways. And to help promote, his foundation is such a pleasure, and I get to hang out with the 93 guys, which, not to make them feel old, but I grew up watching them play in the minor leagues when I was playing and stuff like that. And then I get to hang out with them at fantasy camp every year down at Clearwater in January. And it's just an amazing experience. So, it's just fun. I got to go up there. They flew me up. I stayed in a hotel. We had a nice dinner at Scalfani's, I think it was called, or something like that. And then I get to hang out with my friend at the relief room.
I got to get him on the show. Listen to this, Scott.
Yeah, had him on the show. He's awesome. I got to hang out with him, and it's just a wonderful time. And, now just house sitting for a friend and hanging out and living life, man.
Yeah, Scott, you when you told me, I got to tell you, when you were filling in for Tommy last time, you told me about the relief pitcher.
Did you look it up?
Well, no, I had people text me and go, "Yeah, I love," because I saw it on Action News, and people were like, "You got to get this guy on. He's got great stories and everything." I said, "Yeah, well, just from what you said on my show."
Oh, he's awesome. He truly loves the Phillies. I went to his house, hung out, so I met his kids. I've met his kids. I've hung out with his wife. I gave her one of my jerseys.
Oh, that's awesome.
When we were for her birthday, and it's just a cool little thing. He's a dedicated Phillies fan and just a wonderful guy, and I love hanging out with him. So
we're talking with Scott Air, 2008 World Series champion relief pitcher. Scott, do you think you would have fit in that 93 team?
Personally, yeah, I do. I think because I'm a misfit as well. I talk a lot. I like to do stupid things, not knowing I'm doing stupid things. But we weren't as outspoken and goofy in 08 as they were in 93. But man, that group in 08 with Lidge and Durbin and Condrey and Romero and Madsen and Lidge and all those guys. We had a good time. But those guys in 93, the stories I hear, good gosh, I would just have loved to have been a fly on that wall in the locker room just to hear some of those conversations.
Scott, they had that Macho Row. Remember they had that Macho Row with Dave Hollins, Crook, Darren Dalton was the leader.
Oh my God. But leader, but also father, what those guys say, he would do stupid stuff but also then be like, "Hey guys,
time to play.
We gotta play here today. So let's focus." And man, what a great group of dudes that is, man, with Mickey Morandini and
Tommy Green, our own very own Tommy Green. Exactly. I mean, he's good friends with. He was great friends with Darren and speaks very highly of him, like you do.
Every time you talk to Tommy about Darren, he gets a little emotional about it. He was a big mentor to Tommy, and Tommy's been that. I was retired at the time, but when I met Tommy Green, he was a big mentor to me, like doing the fantasy camp stuff.
Oh, cool.
And just love talking. Dude, that dude loves talking baseball, man. Golly.
Yeah, he does. We love Tommy. Hey, Scott, so you were up for alumni weekend for that?
I did not come up for alumni, no, because they inducted Dave Montgomery.
Yeah.
And, they usually invite a lot of the guys for alumni weekend. Like the year they inducted Pat Burrell, so I played with Pat for 2 years, so I got to come up. But when they do guys like like when they did a Bobby Abreu a couple years. I didn't play with Bobby. I played against him. So they usually just invite a lot of the guys that were involved with the person they're inducting into the Wall of Fame. But Dave Montgomery, I'll tell you a quick story.
Sure.
When we got our rings in 2009, we got our World Series rings, the opening game in 2009, he didn't, but the organization, they got like these little pendants for the wives or significant others.
Right.
Dave Montgomery made it a point to have me and my wife and other people not the same time, but different times come up. Like when my wife was in town, hand them personally, like their pendants and stuff. And he was just such a wonderful man and a hands-on person. And I had a few conversations with him after I retired over the years, and just such a great dude and such a loss for the Philly family,
Yeah, I know we've had former Phillies on the show, and everyone to a man speaks so highly of Dave Montgomery and what he meant to the organization, and he remembered everybody's families, kids' names, and he just had that personality where everybody was included.
Everybody was included. Your children, like you just said as well, like when he gave my wife her pendant, he said, we want to thank you, for coming here in a trade. And he knew the whole story. And it's just awesome. I played for 5 different major league organizations, and not a disrespect to any other GMs or team owners or anything like that, but he was so personable. It was just ridiculous.
Right. All right, Scott, let's turn our attention to some Phillies baseball. For my first question to you is, you're in the bullpen. Alvarado was pitching lights out in the first half of the season. He has the ability. You don't just get bad overnight. And baseball is a game of failure and adjustments. What is he doing? Like as a former relief pitcher, the 2008 World Series champion, what do you see in Alvarado? Like why? Like what is he going through? What is he thinking about? Is his arm tired? Like what do you guys go through in the bullpen?
You do go through some of that arm tiredness, but like the game the other night when he walked 3 or 4
four in a row.
4 in a row. It's just. And it sucks, but sometimes that does happen to the greatest of all pitchers.
Do you expect him to come out of it, Scott?
I do. He's been proven over the years that he comes out of his little funk. Everybody goes in a funk. What is it? The top 4 hitters in the lineup right now with Harper, Turner, who is it? Castellanos and they
came out of it last night, but prior to that were like 3
a little bit, didn't they? But again, baseball is a game of failure. I think that's what people forget. Yeah. And Phillies fans are so passionate, they don't want you to fail, but they're right there to support you when you do fail and then come through it. And everybody comes through it.
But Scott, you understand, like Tommy Green gives me a bunch of crap because I'm on the roller coaster. But as a fan's perspective, look what happened to the Eagles last year. Like they get off to a 10-1 start, then they crash. The Sixers were like the best team in basketball, and they fell in a tank. And then even though we had no expectations for the Flyers, they were on their way to the playoffs, and they lost their last 7 games. So, like, the Philadelphia fan right now, me included and Danny Ryan, we're like, this team was playing, like, lights-out baseball, and now we're struggling. We don't understand why.
It's it is those funks. You just hope that those funks don't end up with the last week of the season or 2 weeks of the season and into the playoffs. You hope you have that funk in August or September, early September, by the way.
Yeah.
And then come out of it and then get hot in the playoffs. And I really, truly believe in, I know a lot of fans are skeptical, but I believe that this team is a bunch of grinders, with your Turners and your Real Mutos and everybody. And I really believe Taijuan Walker is going to come around.
But he looked god awful the other day, Scott.
Awful. He did. And I agree with that. He looked awful, but again, it's one of those things you go through a funk, but did he officially get sent to the bullpen? I didn't even read the last couple of days.
No, I don't think he did. But
they haven't announced what they're going to do for his next start yet. But
okay.
I mean, it was just
god awful.
But it's one of those things where the fans got to stick behind him and push him forward and see what happens. And then if he falters again, then you can be upset or whatnot. But it like they did with Trey last year.
Yeah, give him standing ovation.
Already was it 2 years ago already? Or was it last?
No, it was last year. Right? So what are you suggesting, Scott? That when next time Taijuan Walker walks up to the hill to give him a standing ovation?
I wouldn't say the standing ovation, but stick behind him. Stick behind him and let him try to work through his stuff. And then if he doesn't, he gets sent to the bullpen or worse. But he's got good stuff. And the one thing I saw, and I'm an old school guy, I guess, and I'm not even that old, but like Thompson said, he was excited about his velocity uptake. Well, I don't really care about velocity. And again, I'm one of those old school guys that throw strikes.
Right.
Just throw strikes. It's throw early strikes early and often. You can't pitch to any big league hitter, whether they're hitting 200, 300, or 160. 2-0, they're a beast in the batter's box. And he's pitching behind in the counts, and you just cannot do that at the big league level or any other level for that matter. So you just got to, again, no standing ovation, nothing like that. I mean, that was something pretty cool for Trey Turner to experience and the fans to give him. But, if they stick behind him a little longer, give him a little leeway, give him a little bit of rope and see what happens. And that's just my theory, because I went through some struggles before I got to Philly and Chicago. And, I didn't get much help from fans. It was straight boo walking to the bullpen, and then I get to Philly and I'd been struggling. If they look up my past, they see I was struggling, and I get to Philly and, Charlie starts putting me in games to succeed, in situations to succeed, I should say, and then fans all of a sudden they're right behind you. And then, man, that is when the fans are behind you in even the least amount, it is such a boost to your self-confidence that it's just craziness.
Scott, I want to ask you about Rob Thompson. You mentioned him and talking about Taiwan's velocity uptick, but he's been criticized heavily over really the past month or so. But the past few weeks, he decided not to pinch hit Bryce Harper or JT Realmuto for Cal Stevenson, or I believe it was
Stubbs.
Was it Stubbs?
Stubbs
in that ninth inning game against the Nationals? And then he sits Alec Boehm after he loses his on-base streak, and now Boehm seems to be kind of in a hitting funk right now. And then, last night, JT Realmuto, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs.
He's out of the lineup today.
He's going to be sitting today for Garrett Stubbs, and I get it. It's a scheduled day off, but I just want to pick your brain, really. If you think the criticism of Rob Thompson, when it comes to stuff like this, do you think that criticism is warranted, or do you think he's really just trying to workload these guys, or I should say load manage these guys, and the fans should just relax?
You said it perfect. Load manage. I think that's the perfect thing is load manage. Like JT missed a bunch this year, so, he's on a roll. And like you said, a scheduled day off is a scheduled day off. Now, JT could go into the clubhouse and say, hey, I don't want a day off today. I want to play. But if you're telling Garrett he's playing today, Stubbs is catching and he's mentally ready to go, you let him go, let him have it, let JT have his day off and then go back at it on Monday. Managing is so hard. That's why when I coach summer college baseball or high school ball, man, I don't want to be a manager. That's a lot of pressure. But, you got to go with your gut sometimes. And if his gut's telling him to stay with a scheduled day off, Garrett's been good this year. You got to go with him and hopefully he can get a win and then get JT back out there hot. But, 2 home runs and 7 ribbies is.
And he finally, he broke out of his little schneid. He got off the schneid a bit. And for the first time in a while, his timing looked great.
I remember a couple of times when I was with the Giants, Barry Bonds would play Friday, Saturday and have like 3 home runs in 2 games and 8, 9 RBIs or whatever. 5, 6, 7 RBIs and 4 or 5 hits, and then sit on Sunday because it was just scheduled. Whether he's hot or not or feeling it, a scheduled day off shouldn't affect your mentality at all because you're having a day off. It's not like he got to the field today or he's going to get to the field today and say, oh crap, I'm not playing today.
Right.
Mentally shut down. No, you got to stay mentally strong in case he needs to come in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning and pinch hit for Stubbs or do something. You got to stay mentally strong. And Tommy's probably told you more of the times than not because one of his favorite words is September is a grind.
Yeah, he says that all the time.
A grind like no other in sports. It's like playing the last 3 football games of the season, not guaranteed a playoff spot. You know what I mean? Like you got to go out and play those 3 weeks. Baseball's the same way. Like, they're 5 behind the Braves or 5 ahead of the Braves now?
Yeah, 5 ahead of the Braves.
That's a big margin. Granted.
Yeah, but they got 4 with the Braves next week.
Yeah.
Albeit at home.
Another one, yes. And those will be the biggest games of the year. So maybe giving these guys a mental day today and then let them get 2 or 3 games in before might give that. You never know. And again, Tompy's got to go with his gut and say, you know what, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to stick with. And you can't be ho-hum about it or wishy-washy. You got to go with what you think is right and stick with it. I think that's the biggest part is sticking with stuff.
All right there, Scott Air. Listen, man, we love you. We really appreciate you coming out of the bullpen as you did for 2008 with that World Series ring that you're sporting. Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch with you soon. We'll have you on again.
My pleasure. I'm
All
just
right.
glad my cell phone service works.
All right, Scott, we got to run. Thanks, brother.
All right, guys. Have a good peace.
There he is on the mound with former Phillies Tommy Green. Is sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Market. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Eagles, Vikings, and, of course, the Phillies weekend down in Kansas City against the Royals. We'll be live at Ocean Casino Resort at the Gallery Bar, Book and Game. Bob Wankel from Crossing Broad joins me for the whole show. We'll talk to you Monday on The Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Introducing Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food.
I have been feeding them Dr. Marty's freeze-dried raw formula for years. And this food is a big part of why their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful and playful.
And dog parents across the U.S. are loving it.
My dog Hazel is a 10-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever. And ever since I've been feeding her Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend food, she is like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
We're so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee. And for a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Crispies. They're wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511 today. All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. Amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
You're listening mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Duddick. Or were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Now, Scott Ayers is a great guy. He just texted me, said he had a lot of fun doing. He likes talking baseball, man.
He's a true ball knower. He's
right,
committed to the game, committed to the craft.
So Country Nick's on the beach at Ocean City listening to our show.
He already sent me a picture.
Said he's already there?
Toes in the sand. Already sent me a picture.
You
I said,
come
yeah.
over, Danny?
I said, did you talk to any lady friends last night? He goes, I don't talk to women. I go, yeah, all right. Yeah, they talk to you.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. I can't come over. I already plans for you guys. Give me a heads up on this stuff.
Spur of the moment, man.
Yeah, I know. Problem is, I can't do spur of the moment stuff.
So we're gonna play. You know what? This time of year reminds me of that song like "Nobody on the Road, Nobody on the Beach."
Yes.
Summer's out of reach. We might have to play that song.
I'll play on the first break coming back
all right. We'll look for
after
that.
the 8 or 8:10.
Because it gets dark earlier.
11:10 break.
It gets dark earlier now.
Yeah, it's like it's dark around what 7-ish,
7:45, 7:50, something like that.
Fall is a coming.
First hour is in the books. Hour 2, we're going to talk Eagles football. You'll have to talk about there. And we're going to talk to the founder of ticksforgood.org, Timmy Chu. He's going to tell us all the things that he's got going on. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mike Gill from the Sports Bash. Join me this Friday for another Happy Hour Friday show celebrating 15 years of the Sports Bash. We'll be at Jester's Dive Bar in Rio Grande. I'll have tickets to see the Killers, plus the first 10 people that stop out get an entry into this year's 99 Bottles Party. It's this Happy Hour Friday celebrating 15 years of the Sports Bash with $3 Bud Light Drafts and $3 neutral seltzers at Jester's Dive Bar in Rio Grande.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes. We have less energy and gain weight easier. There's a way to feel better, not in years or months, but sometimes in just days.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with a team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick. Morning Kick is a revolutionary new formula that combines all my favorite supplements into one daily drink.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and powerful anti-aging supplements. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, and helps manage stress.
I look and feel better than I have in years.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SUPPORT or text SUPPORT to 511-511 and claim 40% off. roundhouseprovisions.com, code SUPPORT.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee. You could be feeling these changes within just a couple of days.
Text SUPPORT to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
The Lotter NJ is the hottest new way to order official lottery tickets online. Visit nj.thelotter.us to download the app today to get 100% cash back on your first order. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, I'm Steven Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Introducing Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend, a premium freeze-dried raw dog food.
I have been feeding them Dr. Marty's freeze-dried raw formula for years. And this food is a big part of why their jaws are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful and playful.
And dog parents across the U.S. are loving it.
My dog Hazel is a 10-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever. And ever since I've been feeding her Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend food, she is like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
We're so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee. And for a limited time, save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Krispies. They're wild caught, ultra crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511. Text DEAL to 511-511 today. All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
You have the choice, whether it's going out to dinner or ordering takeout at a local restaurant. Those choices help to put money back into your community. And Town Square Media South Jersey puts a spotlight on local restaurants.
JoJo's Italian Grill, Egg Harbor Township. Every dish is made with passion and the freshest ingredients. Vincenzo's Ristorante, a delectable Italian meal in Galloway. VincenzoSmithfield.com. Chico & Sons in Northfield, voted #1 sub shop in South Jersey. ChicoandSons.com.
Thank you for supporting these great local restaurants from Town Square Media, South Jersey.
South Jersey's official play-by-play home of the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers.
At 0 point would I ever consider not being a fan of the team.
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, producer Danny Ryan, co-hosting today. And we talked a little Phillies baseball. We went on the mound with former Phillies pitcher, 2008 World Series champion Scott Air, brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. Hour 2, we'll talk with the founder of ticksforgood.org, Tim Chu, at the bottom of the hour. Before we get to Tim Chu, we got a lot of talk about the Eagles. To talk about a lot about the Eagles, Danny. Because they don't play any of the starters in the preseason. I'm like, my excitement is tempered because the Phillies are doing well. I got to be honest with you. I haven't really we watched the preseason game, but it was in the corner of our eye because more of our attention was paid to Florida State and Georgia Tech yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, college football is back.
Wait, who plays this a preseason game on a Saturday at 1:00?
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually there. I had a chance to go in and watch the game. And
Clemic was there.
Somebody asked me, "You want to go in and watch the game after you're done work?" I said, "Nah, I'm good. No, I'll be good off the preseason action." And it turns out I was right. 3 points is all they could muster.
3 points in a preseason game.
Kenny Pickett looked okay. Tanner McKee fumbled on his first drop back.
Are you ready for this? Tanner McKee. His passer rating was 56.6.
Yeah, he fumbled on the first drop back as soon as he
Kenny Pickett wasn't much better. He was 84.5.
No, he wasn't. Listen, honestly, if you ask me, I think Tanner McKee should be the backup for this team.
An interception.
I still think he should be the backup for this team. Kenny Pickett, I just don't think, and I get it. If you're looking for a backup quarterback to just, keep the ball safe and hand it off to the running back and, get it to his playmakers, then sure, Kenny Pickett, I guess, could do that. I don't think he elevates the team at all if Hurts were to get injured.
So I said last week, we talked about this with Nicky Earnshaw, Country Nick. And Nick says, it's not a story. Why do we always worry about the backup quarterbacks?
Because it matters.
Because it matters in the NFL.
The only championship that the Eagles
Jalen
have.
Hurts is one play away from not being playing.
He is one scramble outside the pocket and not sliding away from being hurt and being on the IL. I mean, it does matter. And, Kenny Pickett, sure, he's a fine backup, but I think he's going to do.
Yeah, but you know what? There's something about Kenny Pickett that just, how Jalen Hurts has that stoic, all business, he doesn't show any emotion. He doesn't go on the sidelines after a bad play or a good play, and you see him interacting with the wide receivers or the tight ends or anybody for that matter. He sits there looking at his clipboard or the computer, the iPad, and he doesn't interact. And then, to be honest with you, he doesn't give you too much at press conferences.
No, and you know who does? Tanner McKee. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
Some quarterbacks have that leadership quality that you just can't teach, Danny Ryan.
Tanner McKee, in his press conferences, he's confident. He says, listen, I knew it was going to be battle the second that Kenny Pickett was traded for. Howie and Nick, and even Jeffrey, for that matter, they sat down with me and they said, listen, here's what's going to happen. You're going to battle it out this preseason. And he's done exactly that. Who
Kenny Pickett left Pittsburgh because he didn't want to
for the number one job.
Sure, but now he's going to be, a backup, maybe even a third string if Tanner McKee. Listen, I don't think he'll be the third string entering the season. I think if anything, let's say God forbid Hurts gets hurt, Pickett comes in, I think he'll have a short leash, and McKee might come in soon after him if he doesn't succeed. But Tanner McKee in press conferences, he has shown confidence, he's shown swagger, he's shown he's there to fight. You know who he reminds me of, Billy?
Who?
He's a 6'4" guy. He's got a big arm. He doesn't do well in practice, but he does well in these games. You know who else used to be like that? Nick Foles. I'm not going to say he is Nick Foles. I'm not going to say he could be ever as good as Nick Foles. I'm just saying he reminds me of Nick Foles with a little bit more swagger.
By the way, you know who's getting put in the Ring of Honor?
Shady McCoy.
Now, Nick and I,
2-5.
Country Nick and I have been going back and forth. He thinks that Nick Foles should have his number retired.
No.
Yeah,
we talked about this at the lifeguard races a few weeks ago.
No.
I get it. I would understand you want his number retired if he was an all-time great,
statue,
or at least has a chance at the Hall of Fame, and he was that good. But he won his championship. He was the reason that offense was clicking in the postseason. But you can't retire the number 9.
He only played 41 games as an Eagle.
You just can't do it. He wasn't a good enough overall player.
Like Pete Retzlaff, Brooks Shire, Jerome Brown, Reggie White, these type of guys. Norm Van Brocklin, right? Some of these guys are just off the top of my head. I'm not even looking at the computer, just because I know it. Like those guys are the guys that they were Eagles for a long period of time. They did extraordinary things.
They played an extremely high level for almost the entirety of their careers.
For the same team.
You retire numbers for guys like Tom Brady. You don't retire numbers for guys like Nick Foles.
Like I love the story of Nick Foles.
If he had a career like Eli Manning, I'd say, sure, go ahead, retire his number. But he didn't. And Eli Manning, all-time clutch quarterback. I'm not going to say great quarterback. Does he have a good chance at the Hall? Probably, but also, he never really lit the world on fire. He wasn't this elite, great quarterback that never made mistakes. He was sloppy at times as well. Both Manning brothers were. So if he had more of the career like Eli, I would consider it. I could see there's an argument to be made there, but I just can't do it for a guy who was bouncing around as a backup for the years before he won the Super Bowl. Oh, and by the way, he was a backup the year he won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I can't do it.
All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles, and I talked to we went over this last week, but I would just go over it with you again. The Green Bay Packers, they open up Friday night in Brazil. The following Monday night, they get 10 days off. From the 6th to 16th, they play the Atlanta Falcons Monday night. And then they go to New Orleans Sunday at 1 o'clock. The following on the 22nd of September, and then Sunday the 29th at Tampa Bay at 1 o'clock. So they have 4 games against teams like I think Falcons are much improved. Green Bay, there. Jordan Love. Let's face it, they could possibly be a top tier team, right?
In the NFC,
do you have
at least.
Expectations for them? I do.
Yeah, listen, I don't necessarily think Jordan Love should have gotten that payday after only
the Bucs smoked us. The Bucs smoked us last year in the playoffs.
Yeah,
right. Baker Mayfield.
It all depends on what type of Eagles team you're going to see this year. Has the new offense truly gotten them out of that dark place? Has Vic Fangio gotten this defense to a place where it's serviceable? What are these young guys going to do? Why is Nolan Smith the only projected starter on defense playing in the final preseason game, deep into the final preseason game yesterday?
Because obviously there's a question mark.
What's wrong with him?
There's got to be something that he's not doing right. They want to see if they can straighten him out in the preseason.
If he doesn't succeed, Billy, what does this team have on the D-line?
What do they have?
Josh Sweat in a contract year, Bryce Huff. That's it. Jalen Carter, obviously, as the defensive tackle, but Jordan Davis is unproven.
So the Eagles go out and get Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
It's got to be automatically elevates them to one of the, if not the best 3-team wide receiver
best receiving core.
Right?
I think
three-player wide receiver core.
In my eyes, it's the best receiving core in the NFL. The only 2 teams.
So the Dolphins have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
Who's their third receiver? I don't even know. Can you look that up?
It's Hill, Waddle. Oh, they signed Odell in the offseason. But Odell is not. Yes, he's not the Odell of old, though.
He's 34 now? How old's Odell Beckham?
He's up there, and he's not as explosive as he used to be, so I don't consider them. I think their 1-2 punch is great, but overall.
Could they put him in the slot and make him like a possession receiver?
Dotson? or Odell?
Yeah.
Sure, they could do
that.
So
because maybe just his experience. And then you have the Vikings who have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. That's
and Addison's in trouble. He's gotten some DUI problems this past offseason, so Listen.
Well, what about the 49ers with Deebo Samuel and Ayuk, who wants out of 49ers?
If Ayuk's not there, I can't even consider them. Even if you put McCaffrey in the pass catcher category, the two teams that approach the Eagles and might have a chance, depending on how these receivers perform this season, are going to be the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. Those are the two teams that I see.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, that's who they're receivers
DJ
are.
Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome Odunze, who they drafted with Caleb Williams, who's a stud.
And you like the Texans?
Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell.
That's a good trio.
It is. And not to mention John Mechie, Robert Woods, Noah Brown.
Who's their tight end?
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz?
Yeah.
He's a high fantasy pick.
That's a good offense right there. I don't know if it's quite as good, at least on
their
paper,
quarterback.
as the Eagles.
Look what he did. Let's see. I mean, their quarterback's pretty good.
Yeah, and remember they had the question marks of him coming into the draft,
right?
That he couldn't pass the IQ
Stroud?
test the way. No, yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, but there were question marks about him that maybe his IQ isn't bright enough because he couldn't pass the test going into the draft. So. Listen, that offense overall isn't as good as the Eagles, but those three receivers are right up there along with the Bears' three receivers.
So you hear talk about Kellen Moore's offense is a lot, and you've heard that he's got 95% of it. Jalen Hurts got 95% of it down. Right?
Well, it's 95% new. Yeah.
Well, no, but he's how much of that does he have? Does he have? Like
he better have all of it.
So if you're a coach worth your salt, you have a play. If it's too complex. For you got to dumb it down a little bit, and that might even work better.
Well, last season I think it was dumbed down. That's what scares me. I mean, I don't know.
When I
if it
say
was
dumbed
too
down, people
complex.
don't realize how complex offenses can be.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I mean, it's a lot for these.
I don't know how these quarterbacks remember. To be honest with you,
look, I played quarterback in college, and it was half of what these guys have now.
There's that,
and I had a hard time with that.
There's that famous clip of Chris Sims talking to Gruden in the huddle, trying to remember the play call, and he just could not remember it. Some guys don't have, the ability to remember a complex offense like that. So
there's so much to learn. And so you look at the quarterbacks, it's just in the NFC East. And we'll take a break real quick. We'll talk about that on the other side.
Who do you think's the second best team real quick in the NFC East?
See, I don't know because Jaden Daniels, the kid from LSU, he's going to start. It's a learning process for him. So I can't put them like who's the second best.
Then how can I say Cowboys if CeeDee Lamb might hold out?
Yeah.
And
you just said Trey Lance threw 5 interceptions
that'll be a next year problem for them if they let Dak Prescott walk. But yeah, Trey Lance threw 5 picks in his last preseason game.
They're not going to. You think they'll get him in?
I think so. It's a matter of a few million, and I would imagine as well it's a matter of guaranteed money and non-guaranteed money between the Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb right now. I can't imagine.
It's no big deal because our starters don't even play in the preseason, so what's the big deal?
But I can't imagine they go into the season not having him under contract and willing to play. What do they have without him? Not much. It's slim pickings.
Brandon Cooks? Is that Brandon Cooks?
Is he even there still? I mean, seriously.
Is he there? I don't even know. I don't even know who those receivers are.
Go through the QBs real quick, though.
All right, here the Giants have Daniel Jones. Eagles have Hurts. Washington, Jaden Daniels, and then Cowboys Prescott. So you look at it's easy, Dan.
I mean, the Eagles are going to be number one. It's just a matter of who's going to be number two. And yes, great throw out there by you. Brandon Cooks is their second best receiver.
Right. Okay.
And Brandon Cooks is Brandon Cooked. So,
all right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point. Get in there, tell them the locker room said hi. I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. John McCann's a great guy. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann & Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties for estate, tax, or financial planning, divorce, or financing and more, the professionals at John A. McCann & Associates are licensed and ready to assist you today. Give them a call at 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more Eagles talk. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. with Unsportsmanlike on 97.3 ESPN with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Can't wake up without it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
How would you like to go to the 2025 Masters Golf Tournament? Go to ticksforgood.org to find out how you can win the grand prize of 2 weekend passes to the 2025 Masters, as well as plenty of other awesome prizes like Masters hats, t-shirts, and foursomes to your favorite South Jersey golf courses. Go to ticksforgood.org to learn how you can win these prizes. This sweepstakes is brought to us by our friends at Shane Orthopedics and the David Scales State Farm team.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,500 off select appliances from top brands like LG, America's most reliable line of appliances, like the LG Smart Top Load Washer with easy unload angled front, so you can reach every last sock. Right now, get up to $1,500 off select appliances in-store and online with Labor Day savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid August 22nd through September 11th. U.S. only. See store online for details. America's most reliable line of appliances per independent study.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateway is on technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can sing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are going to need a bigger cake.
Now through September 12th, get fast, reliable, 300 megabit Xfinity internet for $30 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and unlimited data included. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Xfinity, bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless bill and an autopay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Currently $80 a month. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan. As we wind the summer down, 25th of August.
Did you say we're the boys of summer?
We're the boys of summer.
There you go.
All summer long, and we thank Jack Brooks, Tom McCain, and the Adams.
And Adams. There you go.
And I think those guys really.
It was a really cool experience. I did it last year too. This year.
Congratulations. Boys of Summer from Avalon. The Avalon Beach Patrol, they won the South Jersey Lifeguard Championships, and they will host it next year. And we're going to be down there, Chief Wolf, and you got Lieutenant Eric Wolf down there. Great guys. Craig Whitehead, excuse me. Ryan Finnegan won the singles rowing. Was that a classic?
I didn't realize till after you interviewed him on the Army truck. I had a business class with him at Rowan.
Did you really?
He comes up on the truck. I'm like, this guy looks familiar. Where do I know him from?
Gary Nagel and Dave Julian rode the doubles. They got a great crew down there, and they won the South Jersey Lifeguard Championship, and they will host next year. And we look forward to broadcasting that. Hopefully, the Eagles won't be playing on that Friday night.
Tell you what, I give those guys credit for what they're able to do, especially the singles row. I mean, that's unbelievable. Can you imagine rowing in the ocean like that by yourself?
Right. Ryan Finnegan, he nudged out Jack Seville from Brigantine by what?
It was a photo finish.
Quarter of a boat length.
Yeah, and he even said in the interview with you, he wasn't sure what they were going to decide, how they were going to, vote you to score that one. So,
but that was a lot of fun. Then the summer goes by so fast, it's over. Now, I want to ask you about, can you rank me your top 5 quarterbacks
in the NFL?
In the NFL. NFC, AFC combined.
All right, let's think. Well, number one's easy.
Right.
Pat Mahomes.
Okay.
Number 2, I want to say Lamar, but he hasn't won anything in the postseason. Like, I have to factor in postseason success to an extent, right?
Josh Allen hasn't won anything either.
Number 2, I'm going to go with when healthy. Obviously this list is when healthy. On paper, Joe Burrow. So Mahomes.
You got Joe Burrow at number 2.
1 Mahomes, 2 Burrow. Burrow's a winner, man.
Okay.
If he could just stay healthy, he's a winner. So I'll go 2 Burrow.
He only played 10 games.
Yeah, he had the tendon issue. I remember after he threw the ball, he couldn't grip the football anymore. All right, so 2 Burrow, 3. It's so tough because I want to go Lamar, but also Josh Allen has just narrowly lost to Mahomes in a lot of these recent postseason runs. So I'm going to go 3 Josh Allen, 4 Lamar.
You know how many touchdowns he threw last year?
Josh Allen?
Yeah. 44.
He only had what, like 8, 9 interceptions?
He had 44 touchdowns.
How many interceptions did he have? He had to have double digits, right?
He said he led the NFL in total yards and touchdowns, 44, when combining with his passing and rushing touchdowns. Yet the perception was he didn't play well. He still, numbers wise, he was good.
Yeah, I mean, that team was in the dumps really all year.
Mahomes,
they were kind of
Burrow,
floating around 500.
Allen.
I'm going to go Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, 4 Lamar, and 5's the tough one. Where this is the gray area. Do I go with Hurts because I have confidence he can get back to that form? Do I go with a guy like Jordan Love after he had an electric second half and took down Dallas in the first round? Do I go with Brock Purdy and give him his flowers, even though he's one of the most overhated QBs in the NFL? I don't know. I might have to leave 5 unanswered.
Is Aaron Rodgers, is he up in your list, though? I mean, we don't know because he didn't play last year. He tore his Achilles 4 plays.
Again, it's just so many uncertainties, so many question marks. Is Rodgers going to get back to form? Is Hurts going to get back to form?
No, C.J. Stroud was so electric last year, and you would think that he's going to build on that. But look what happened to Deshaun Watson.
Doesn't always happen.
It doesn't always happen.
I mean, Watson obviously has his other reasons as to
right.
why he fell off productivity-wise. But, all right, number 5.
Did you say Lamar Jackson's number 4?
Yeah, he's 4 for me.
So he won 2 MVPs already.
Yeah, just until he wins something in the postseason besides the first round, I can't do it. Oh, 5 is really tough. I'll just go with a safe pick and say, he's proved that he can win in the postseason. He's proved that he can be still a great quarterback at his in his mid-30s. So I'm going to go Matt Stafford.
Only because he won, you said?
I'm factoring winning into this and what they can do for me in the postseason. I mean, you're asking me the top 5 QBs in the NFL. I'm not going to just base it off stats.
Right.
So
I'm
only going him.
I'm talking about going into 24.
I'm only going him because he's proven that, eventually he's going to break down like all QBs do, but even in his old age.
Jared Goff in Detroit, he had a great year last year.
Yeah, but can he do it again?
It's
a lot of these guys, can they do it again?
But I think Detroit's going to have a good year this year. Are you worried about Detroit?
I am. I am. They have a very underrated offense. Jameer Gibbs, Dave Montgomery, obviously have Jamison Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a good receiving core as well. Sam Laporta at tight end. Oh, man.
Jalen Hurts.
I just can't put Hurts. I can't put Hurts.
You can't put Hurts number 5?
I can't do it.
He's the best. He's by far and away the best quarterback
in the
NFC East. He's the best quarterback in the NFC East.
Yeah, but he's probably just a top 10.
Do you have Purdy ahead of him?
No, I can't go there yet.
No,
I can't go there yet because they've both made a Super Bowl. They've obviously met in the NFC Championship game, and Purdy didn't get to play it out. But I can't go Purdy ahead of Hurts just quite yet because Purdy can't run like Hurts can. That's
I agree with your
factor.
top 4. Although I don't know about like Lamar Jackson. There's some of these I don't know. Can he win? Is it like why hasn't he?
That's why he's not higher on my list.
He just can't win the big one.
That's why he's not higher on my list.
He's been hurt a lot.
Some people would argue Justin Herbert should be 5 on that list, but what has he done? Granted, bad teams, bad coaching. The defense has been awful on the teams he's quarterbacked, but I would probably have to go with Stafford or
Jalen Hurts.
Do you factor in Prescott? You can't put Prescott at 5.
Prescott?
Some people, I wouldn't do it. Some people would.
I think the Cowboys are going to stink this year.
I'm going to stick with my safe pick, Matt Stafford at 5.
All right.
I mean,
I
I'm
agree
just
with
not
you.
ready
I'd
to
have to put Jalen Hurts at number 5.
I'm not ready to catapult a Jordan Love or a CJ Stroud in that
No, I'm not.
conversation quite yet until I see them do it, at least for the first part of their second
Who
season.
Who do you think will be better this year, Stroud or Love from Green Bay?
I'm gonna take
Who do you
him-
think is going to have a better season?
I think Stroud. He's got a lot more weapons to work with. Love is good, and I have confidence that he can continue that, but he just does not have
How
near
does Green Bay
the
keep-
weapons
how
that
does Green
Houston
Bay keep
does.
turning out these quarterbacks?
Because the quarterback that's there, I mean, I guess Favre didn't mentor Rodgers too much, but if you're a smart enough quarterback as the backup, you watch every single day
Right.
you're behind that guy. You just soak it in like a sponge, and you try and learn from what they're doing and what they've done to succeed in the NFL.
Now, Buffalo, they lost. They just lost a couple. Didn't they lose a wide receiver? They
Stephon
lost
Diggs.
right?
Yeah.
So I don't think. You think Buffalo's going to be? I don't think
They
they're
drafted a pretty good receiver in Keon Coleman.
Yeah,
I have
but
confidence he could be decent, but
not in his
outside of
rookie
that,
year.
it's bad. It's Keon Coleman, then it goes Curtis Samuel. I mean, you've got it's really slim pickings over there in Buffalo, aside from obviously Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid as their tight
Right.
ends. But
Now the Rams have Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Nacua had a great season
Yeah.
last year. So if Stafford can play to the level that he played, in 2021 or whenever they won it,
21.
they have good receiver core.
Yeah, and they got a great running
But
back.
no one compares to the Eagles, I don't think.
The Rams have a great running back too.
I mean,
Kyron
all
Williams.
three and the tight end. Look,
And the running back.
Is there any right? The rest, I don't see if you're going to play the Eagles, how are you going to defend them?
Well, if you really think about it, there's so many options as to how the Eagles want to attack a defense. Like, it's just think about it. Your first option is going to be A.J. Brown, obviously. Your
Right.
second option is probably Devontae Smith. But after that, you can either go with Hurts legs. You could go with Saquon.
No, but see, this is where we talked about it just yesterday. There's no reason now for Hurts to, other than just scrambling out to get it out of danger. There's no reason for him to have set running plays.
I
Other than
agree.
just keep the offense,
Or at least the
just
amount.
keep the defense honest.
I agree with you. Or at least the amount that they called for him in the past couple of years. I don't ever want to see that volume of him running again, because you have not only Saquon Barkley, but now Will Shipley. And if you want to get Kenny Gainwell involved, which I hope he doesn't even see a lick of the field the entire season, then so be it. Run him into the ground.
Right.
But I'm fine with a few designed read option plays by Hurts, but also, read it. If it's not their hand at all.
How many touches do you think Saquon Barkley gets a game? How many rushes do you think he averages?
Oh, man.
Or do you think is that going to go by who they're playing and what type of defense they're going to?
That's the thing. It's so weird under this Sirianni tenure where they typically just go with the amount of touches based on who they're playing and what the game plan is.
Danny, what happens each and every year when we do our pregame show?
Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Run the
Scott Grayson, who's going to be back with us this year for Keys to the Game with Scott Grayson, brought to you by Blitz's Market. Scott Grayson, what's he say? Everybody says, not just him, everybody says it. Run the ball.
And I think
the
they
Eagles
will.
get criticized when they don't. Now that they have Saquon Barkley, I'm asking you, what do you think? How many does he average a game?
Just basing it off Kellen Moore and what he's done with past running backs, Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, Austin Eckler last season.
Because he's a one through third down back. He's their every down back.
In my
See his
opinion,
leg? You see his legs?
Yeah.
They
call him say quads.
That's unbelievable. Can I just tell you? Give him the 17 to 20 touches a game.
I don't think he should get any less than 15 a game.
All right.
I think you set the bar there. I'm not going to go 17, 20 quite yet, but 14, 15 a game. Kellen Moore, Nick Sirianni, is that too much to ask for?
No, here's another thing, too.
Like if he gets under 10 at any point this season, that's an absolute
how they
crime.
do the RPO, the run pass option, the RPO?
Yeah.
Can they get out of that and just go into an I formation and just power it?
That's what I hope. I hope it's more of a well-balanced and mixed offense this year.
Because I don't want to see Jalen Hurts run the ball.
I do, but not a lot. You know what I mean? Don't put him in harm's way more than you have to.
Right.
So I think they will, reduce the amount of times they do set running plays for Jalen Hurts, but I'd still expect it to be part of the offense, aside from the tush push.
All right, real quick, what do you think their record is overall? You still, I said 11 and 6.
I'll go. Well, they won 11 games after not winning. They won 1 in the final 7 weeks last year, and that was with a terrible coaching regime.
But their defense is questionable.
Better than it was last year.
We'll see.
On paper,
we'll see.
I'll go 12-5.
12-5. All right.
12-5.
I got 11 and 6.
You got a tie in there somewhere, maybe.
11 and 6.
No, I know. I'm saying little 11-5-1, maybe.
No. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now, I want to tell you about Las Scalas. We went there yesterday. The locker room crew went down to Las Scalas. The food is phenomenal. Scala's Beach House is in Brigantine, opened last summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at Las Scalas. Great drinks, great food, great vibe. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Go to lascalasbeachhouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll talk with Tim Chu, founder of ticksforgood.org. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll take a look back at the Eagles, Vikings, and, of course, the Phillies weekend down in Kansas City against the Royals. We'll be live at Ocean Casino Resort at the Gallery Bar, Book and Game. Bob Wankel from Crossing Broad joins me for the whole show. We'll talk to you Monday on The Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again and again. Calling again and again.
Hi, I'm Steve Coates. When I dine out, I go to La Barca Restaurant, located at 301 Summers Point, Longport Boulevard, Longport, New Jersey. Set in the Seaview Marina with panoramic views of the open bay and marina, La Barca offers a wide range of dining options from fresh seafood, gnocchi menu, Italian, steak, chicken, and inspired entrees. When I have company at the shore, we go to La Barca for great food, impeccable service, and amazing views. Call La Barca now for reservations, 609-541-4007. Maybe I'll see you there.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper, and you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Go for the endless ocean views and the non-stop entertainment. Go for the lucky whirls and the late night twirls. Go for the gourmet eats and the next level sweets. Go to celebrate. Go to rejuvenate. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, producer/co-host Danny Ryan with me today. And, of course, Country Nick Earnshaw's on the beach in my street.
Taking advantage of Billy Schweim's Ocean City place.
The crib, and he's down on the beach there listening to the show. Right now, we're going to talk. One of my advertisers, not just an advertiser. I participate. Ticksforgood.org. You hear the commercial that we run, and they've got all these great. You donate to a charity, and you can go to so many different sporting events that he has. But the one that since I'm a girl dad, he's got win 2 tickets to Taylor Swift October 20th, 2024. I already bought like 500 chances, so I'm ready to go. So let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room the founder of ticksforgood.org, Tim Chu. Good morning, Tim.
Morning, Billy. How are you?
All right, I got to tell you, man, my daughter's been after me. Dad, let's do it again. I'm starting to run out of money.
That's good. You got too much money.
Yeah, I wish. But you guys, I'm telling you, I go on your website when I go on there. You have so many things that Ticks for Good is doing. Not only that, not only have given people an opportunity to go to the Masters in Georgia, down in Augusta, Georgia, Taylor Swift. You got Eagles tickets. You got great giveaways, but you're also helping great charities, Tim.
Oh, that's the best part, Bill. That's why we started this. We wanted to help small and mid-sized nonprofits who struggle with fundraising. We gave them a really easy way, a fun way to raise money. People go to the site, you find one of the 250 nonprofits we have. There's got to be something there for everybody. We have animal charities, we have health charities, we have sports charities, you name it. You find a cause you care about, make a donation as small as $25, and you're entered for a chance to win some pretty cool stuff.
Now, I know you had a couple really good giveaways for Phillies fans earlier in the year, and that went really well. You came on to tell us about that. How about for the Eagles coming up?
Oh, yeah, we're cooking up something really big for the Eagles. We're doing a complete VIP experience for the Cowboys game. I think it's December 20th. The Cowboys home game is going to be 4 tickets, field passes, in a suite, limo, tailgate party, the whole nine. So stand by for that. That's going to launch in October. But I know why you really invited me.
Well, I got to tell you, being a girl dad, I mean, these tickets are so hard to get. You have them.
Tell your listeners, Billy has not stopped bugging me about these Taylor Swift tickets for about 3 months.
That sounds like Billy.
My daughter's after me. I go on the website. I get that $50 thing, which I think is what 500 chances to win. That's an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, that's what we're most proud of. Is this is a way for everybody to show they care about the causes that are important to them. Sometimes everybody has $500 to play in a golf tournament or $1,000 to go to dinner. On the site, you can donate as little as $25, and you've got just as good of a chance as anybody else.
Ticksforgood.org. You got to check it out. We run your commercials for the Masters. Talk about impossible tickets to get, Tim.
Yeah, listen, I know people are excited about Taylor Swift, but I can tell you it was much harder and much more expensive to get these Masters passes every year. We've got 2 weekend passes to the Masters. It comes with access to a VIP hospitality tent. You get breakfast, you get lunch, you get cocktails. I mean, you talk about once in a lifetime. This is something every sports fan, any golfer, you have to experience this. It's impossible to get these tickets. I won't even say how much they cost because it's embarrassing. But you can be there in Augusta for as little as $25.
That's amazing. And of course, all you have to do is get lucky and win. Donate as little as $25. There's a $50 button. There's a $100 button that you can push, and then you just pick your charities. Tim, let me ask you this question. If you are a charity, how do they get involved?
Thanks, Bill. We're always looking to help more and more nonprofits. And that's when we started this nonprofit. So if anybody listening is involved with a nonprofit or has a nonprofit they really care about, please send them our way. It's zero cost, turnkey fundraising. It couldn't be any easier. They fill out one form. We check them out, make sure they're a legitimate nonprofit. They can start fundraising the next day.
That you have how many charities are involved again?
We're 247, so we'll cross 250 next week. Our goal is to get to 1,000.
Well, I got to tell you, when I signed up, I picked the charity for suicide prevention. I picked a charity for for cancer research. I think there's one in there, and there's so many great charities. The groups that you're working with, they're benefit from it too. They're getting a lot of people that are donating.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. One of the great feedback we get from the profits is it helps them get younger people involved. It gets people donating that they never thought to ask before, right? So Again, usually to get involved with philanthropy, it has that high price point, $100, $500, $1,000, where we give them an opportunity to get involved, become a donor for as little as 25.
Now, also, Tim, you guys have a big social media presence because I see you all over Facebook and Instagram. How can people get a hold of you? Like, how do people get a hold of you that way?
I'll tell you, Bill, you're good, man. He's good, guys.
I do my home, see, I do it.
There's a reason he's the best. Yeah, I encourage everybody, go follow us on Instagram specifically. We're always giving stuff away on social media. And with that stuff, you don't even have to donate. Just go follow, like our posts. For example, we're giving away Taylor Swift albums, friendship bracelets, Kendra Scott necklaces. We're giving away all kinds of cool stuff just for following us on social. So please go check us out, Tips for Good, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok.
I got to tell you, Tim, being part of this, I like it because you're actually, so when people go to my website to read the articles and see the some of my former interviews, they can always go back. Your logo is there. All people have to do is click your logo, goes right to your website. So it makes it easier for both of us to get people to go to ticksforgood.org. And can you give us a little hint on some other things that might be coming up?
Yeah, this is where I'm doing my team first place. I Taylor Swift. So I'm just going to say 2 words, and I think your audience will understand. Big game.
Say that again.
Big game.
Okay.
Big game.
Big game. Oh, big game. Okay. We're having a little hard time hearing from you, but you're saying big game, B-I-G game. All right. I got a feeling I know what that is.
The attorneys have said that's what I have to say. Big game.
Well, Tim, listen, man, we appreciate you taking time to call in and let us know what's going on. That's ticksforgood.org. And, of course, you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook. Timmy, as always, we appreciate you. And just make sure you dig deep into that bin for the right winner for the Taylor Swift tickets.
Well, Billy, I do want to thank you seriously. I appreciate all your help getting the awareness out there, helping us raise a lot of money. And before I go, just like you, I got to thank my sponsors because without them, we can't make any of this stuff happen. So I want to thank Payday, Payroll Solutions. They're a great company. If you've got a business, you've got employees, I strongly recommend Payday. They were very generous to help us pay for the Taylor Swift tickets. And Joseph Anthony Salon in Philadelphia, Glendale, Springfield, Center City. Joseph Anthony's the best. He's the best salon there is. He was very generous. So please support those businesses because without them, I can't do any of the cool stuff we do. And without Billy, we can't get the word out. So everybody working together, I love it.
I love it, Tim Chu. And anytime you want to come on to push anything you got going, you're more than welcome. And by the way, as we're talking right now, I'm looking at all sponsors that are coming across your website, and I just saw Chubby's.
Oh, yeah,
Chubby's. Yeah, that's something.
That's the best. They helped us with, they're good friends of Brian Props, so they helped us with a Flyers fundraiser last year. So again, I encourage anybody who's a sports fan or a music fan, go to the site periodically. We're always doing cool stuff, a lot of Philadelphia-based stuff, a lot of national stuff. So it's a great way to win some cool prizes and feel good, and that helps some great organizations.
All right, that's Tim Chu, founder of ticksforgood.org. Tim, we'll talk to you next time.
Thanks, Billy. You're the best.
All right, there he is, Tim Chu on the Tom Zero Volkswagen Sports Hotline. Danny Ryan, you got to go to this website. It's $25. You just have a good chance of winning anybody else.
And sponsored by Chubby's. I mean, Chubby's are pretty fly, man. That's all I have to say.
Lascala's Fire. I mean, Lascala's is in on this. There's a lot of great companies that are associated with ticksforgood.org, and of course, all the money goes to charity.
Yeah, there's nothing better. There's literally no better cause. So
I recommend anybody that's listening to me, go to the website, ticksforgood.org, or just go to the Instagram or Facebook.
Might have to wait out and put myself in the running for those big game tickets, especially if
so what does that mean? Probably Super Bowl?
Yeah. I have to dump that.
Nah, you don't have to dump that.
I'm just messing.
No, I just
when it's around the time. When it's around the time. It's so
weird,
too.
Could be something else.
Yeah. No, but listen, especially if the Dirty Birds are in the bowl, might have to.
All right, so you say 12,
get myself in the running.
You say 12-5.
Yeah, 12-5. I mean, that's really operating on the side of caution. I think in my heart of hearts, with bias incorporated, they'll go 13-4. I think this roster is that good. But again,
aren't you?
What is this defensive line going to do?
Aren't you worried about the defense?
What is this defensive line going to do? How is this offensive line going to look with Mekhi Becton at guard and Cam Jurgens at center? I'm not exactly sure, but I also know that we have the best general manager in all of football. And
doubt
that if
about
this team is underperforming defensively or offensively, he's going to make a move before the deadline to improve the roster. He always has. They haven't always hit, but he's always made a move to try and improve
After
it.
the bye, they have the Browns at home, 1 o'clock, at the Giants, at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Giants, and look, any conference or division game is going to be tough.
Uh-oh. We got Nicky Earnshaw on the line. Go over there and press that one for me real quick. Get him quick on a segment.
Right.
What do you want,
There
Country
he is,
Nick?
Country Nick.
What do you want, Country Earnshaw?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
I hear a call. I hear a little bit of a ring in my right ear, and then I look over and it says Nick Earnshaw. This can't be good.
No, I had to call in because I heard a little bit ago before, Tim Chu was great.
Oh, I don't want to hear it about this Foles stuff.
If we hear any more Foles, you can take your stuff.
I understand you two straight. Here's the thing. It needs to be retired. The guy won the Super Bowl for you. It has to be retired. I don't care what any of you two say. There is no way, no how Nick Foles' number should not be retired.
The way it shouldn't be retired is because he doesn't have a Hall of Fame career. He doesn't have an all-time career.
Ready for
He doesn't even have an Eli Manning career.
He's the only quarterback in Eagles history to win a
I
Super
don't
Bowl.
care.
Nick, by the way, ready.
Do they even make the playoffs that year if
guys.
Carson Wentz wasn't
Hold
in
on.
MVP form?
Hold on.
You never know. You don't know. They could have got bounced.
Nick, hold on for a second. Come up for air, all right? The water's probably too cold.
I just got out of the ocean. Bill. Come on.
So come up for some air. Now, ready for this? I'm not even so sure Shady McCoy should have his number retired.
Oh.
I mean,
he's in the Ring of Honor. He's not getting his number.
He's not getting his number. He's in the ring.
Ring of
You
Honor
know what?
fine.
I know what? I can put him in the Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor's okay.
I can put him in the
I
ring.
think
I'm not retiring his number.
He may have gotten his
Yeah,
number
right.
retired if Chip didn't trade him away, depending on how his career went. But yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
even Shady McCoy. I mean, he was I don't know how. He was a great player.
I just can't do it.
He was a great player.
I mean, Nick, he was bouncing around as a backup for years before he came to Philadelphia to be a backup.
So great.
And then he, Carson Wentz tears his ACL, and then he has a chance to start, and he makes the most of it, but he was never the same after that.
And he was fantastic the following year, too. He had the good year where he threw 27 touchdowns. I don't want to hear it. The only quarterback in Eagles history to win a Super Bowl should have his number retired. No other quarterbacks won that number since he left.
Well,
he should just retire.
Just stick around this year. Jalen Hurts gonna win one. And then what are you going to do? Retire his number, and the next person wins, going to retire his number. Next pretty soon, we'll have any numbers for
They're going to be out of single digits, Billy.
That's right.
That's fine with me. They can run out of plenty of numbers. Put triple digits on there. I don't
Nick,
care.
you know what I
As long
suggest
as
you
Nick
do?
Foles has his number retired,
I suggest you go take another swim.
I will. All right, guys.
No, wait. Hold on. Before you leave, Nick, what do you think?
Yeah.
I asked you this last week, but I want you to refresh my memory. What is the Eagles' record going to be at the end of the season?
I think they're going to win 11 games. I think they're going to win 11 games.
Hold on, before he goes. Nicky
Yeah.
Earnshaw, I got to ask you, man. I'm sure you heard me, us talking about this. JT Realmuto erupts last night, 2 bombs, 7 ribbies, gets the pine today for a good old chief vibe operator Garrett Stubbs. How do you feel about these decisions Rob Thompson's been making as of late? Do you support benching JT today?
I don't think it's that. It's not necessarily a benching. It's a day off.
It's not a bench.
No, well,
Yeah,
yes,
use the right
but they're
Yeah,
throwing
yeah.
him on the bench. Yeah, no, but schedule a
Yeah,
day off,
I
and he's
don't-
sticking to it even after the big night.
Here's the problem. I don't love sitting him today, especially when he just had 7 RBIs last night. But this is what they've been doing with Real Muto. You got to watch him because he's getting a lot older now. He just had the knee surgery, so I don't care about giving JT a day off. I don't love it coming off a 7 RBI night. But you got to give him days off. You have to.
You do, but they've been consistent.
Give it to him tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah, they've been consistent with the days off. I mean, he just got his timing down. He looked amazing last night, not only at the plate, but behind the plate, throwing the ball, trying to get runners.
And you know what's going to happen if he sits today and then comes back and takes a collar the next 2 games, they're going to say he broke his hot streak.
Well, look at Bohm.
I know, I understand it, but for a catcher, those days off are important. You're going to need him in the postseason.
Call
if
up
he goes a little
Marshawn.
cold for a couple of games, I'm not worried about it.
You heard Scott Air filling in for Tommy Green today. He said that he's with Topper in some of the decisions that he's made. So
Nick, last thing, got to be quick here. Up against it. Have the Phillies turned the corner after last night?
I think we'll be okay. I've been
See how he didn't say they've turned the corner, though.
They haven't turned the corner yet, but they'll
I'm
be
still
okay.
in the panic button. I'm still panicking.
I'm not. I'm hovering. I'm still hovering, Billy. I'm hovering over it.
I'll be there in a few. I'll be there in a little bit.
Enjoy the beach.
Is
Enjoy the beach breeze, my friend.
Is the beach crowded?
I appreciate it.
Is the beach
Great
crowded?
job.
Is the beach crowded?
Yeah, it's a little crowded. It's a little crowded here today, but great show today, guys.
All right, we'll see.
All right,
There
Nick.
he is. Nick, Country Nick, and Nick's
Thanks
Nuggets.
for calling
You can hear
in,
him on the
buddy.
Sports Bash with Mike Gill, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
He does a good job with
Nicky's
that.
Nuggets,
All right.
Country Nick.
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Tell Jason we said hello when you get down there. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim and Danny Ryan right here, 97.3 ESPN.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball. While the Houston Astros sit high atop the AL West, the Baltimore Orioles are fighting for the top of the AL East, and they go head-to-head at Camden Yards this weekend.
The Oriole fans know it. A massive shot.
The Astros at the Orioles. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern, with first pitch at 7 Eastern.
Listen to Sunday Night Baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bentelli in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. Off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Go for the endless ocean views and the non-stop entertainment. Go for the lucky whirls and the late night twirls. Go for the gourmet eats and the next level sweets. Go to celebrate. Go to rejuvenate. Go for an escape that's anything but ordinary. Go for the win. Go to Ocean Casino Resort. Book your trip at theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Complete Care Health Network, their new men's and family health professionals facility in Williamstown offers preventative health screenings and primary care for the entire family with a focus on men's health. Schedule your appointment at CompleteCareNJ.org.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group Studio, Radio Northfield. Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan. I want to give a shout out to Tristan and Max. You're Rumbus. By the way, we have Mr. Negadelphi on Saturday.
Yep.
There's a guy, my buddy Chris Rumbus. He thinks the Phillies Eagles are going to win 5 wins.
5 wins? Are you saying that to get a rise out of us or what? I mean, maybe the Cowboys.
Tristan and Max are listening over there as well with him.
Listen.
We can't listen to your Uncle Chris. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Is Uncle Chris a Giants fan? Because the Giants might get 5 wins. I mean, actually, I'd be surprised, honestly, if the Giants did get 5 or 6 wins with how bad that roster is.
I mean, come on. But once again,
their defensive line, though, unlike the Eagles.
Talking cheap there, Mr. Danny Ryan.
Yeah, they're going to prove
it on paper have a great roster, but they got to come out.
And I think they will. I think they've turned a new leaf. I'll tell you what, though, I talked about this smack on the Giants. Have you seen their defensive line after acquiring Brian Burns for the Panthers? Brian Burns, you obviously got Sexy Dexter Lawrence, and then Kayvon Thibodeau. And that line is unreal. Especially after adding Brian Burns. I think they'll have a good rushing attack. That's probably where the good in the Giants. No, I mean, Cowboys, if they have a fully, clocked in and healthy roster, but CeeDee Lamb's not going to play unless he gets paid. And who knows about Micah Parsons? Obviously, he's got a few years left on his deal, but he's going to want money soon. Dak Prescott in a contract year. So, I mean, would it be crazy to say the Commanders would be the second best team in the division? Yeah. I don't have any confidence in Dak Prescott.
They just got rid of Jahan Dotson.
That they did. I can't imagine they don't trade for some sort of second best receiver is Olamide Zaccheaus. Local kid. Love him. But Olamide Zaccheaus? I wouldn't be surprised if this would be a deal obviously setting up for that, but why not have Ayuk, Dotson, and McCollum? Doesn't make much sense.
But it's good for the Eagles. And I'll tell you what, the preseason's over, and now it's time for the regular season.
Wait. Cannot wait. College football's back. The Bills. What's going to happen today? Kobe Allard on the mound. 98 degrees in KC today.
All right. Thank Scott Air for calling in, filling in for Tommy Green. Thank you, Tim Chu, for ticksforgood.org. Thank you, Danny Ryan. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking with sports with a Schweiner. I'm going to the beach. I'll see you next week right here on 97 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by the Locker Room with Phillies Bounce Back. Hey, it's Mike Hill from the Sports Pass. Join me